I read his journal and found out who he really loved. I always thought the worst way to lose someone was through death, but I was wrong. The worst way to lose someone is when they're still right next to you, pretending to love you. My name is Ava, and for 3 years I lived in a love story I thought was real. His name was Michael. We met at work. He was kind, funny, careful with his words, the kind of man who never raised his voice. When he proposed, he said, "You're my peace, Ava, my reason to stay grounded." And I believed him every word. But peace doesn't last forever. It started with small things. A smile that didn't reach his eyes. Late nights at the office. A perfume I didn't wear. I told myself I was imagining it. Until the night I found the journal. It was hidden under the drawer in his desk. A small black notebook with no label, just his handwriting on the cover. To remember. I opened it thinking I'd find notes, sketches, maybe old ideas. But the first page said, "She still doesn't know." My heart stopped. I kept reading, page after page, and all about me, about us. But not in the way I expected. He wrote things like, "Ava trusts me completely. It makes it easier. She believes I'm still healing from her. Her? I didn't understand. Who was her?" Then, halfway through the journal, I found a name. Rachel, his ex. The one he swore he hadn't spoken to in years. I flipped the pages faster. He wrote about meeting her secretly, about how she made him feel alive again, how being with me was safe but not passion. My chest tightened. He described the places they met, coffee shops, hotels, even our car. Every word cut deeper, and then I saw something that made me drop the book. A photo taped inside and of the two of them. In our kitchen, she was sitting on the counter wearing my robe. I couldn't breathe, my mind went blank. I sat there staring at that picture for what felt like hours. When Michael came home, I was still holding the journal. He froze when he saw it in my hands. "Ava," he said softly, "where did you find that?" "Under your lies," I whispered. His face went pale. "It's not what you think." I slammed the book on the table. "Then what is it, Michael?" He just stood there, silent. Then he said something that made my blood run cold. "She's pregnant." The world spun. He tried to reach for me. I stepped back. "You used me," I said. "No," he said, "I loved you. I couldn't let her go." I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because I couldn't believe the words coming out of his mouth. "You loved me," I said. "You documented your betrayal like a diary." He said nothing. I grabbed the journal, walked to the kitchen, and threw it in the sink. I watched the pages curl and blacken as the fire from the stove caught them. He screamed my name, but I didn't stop. I let it burn. Every word, every memory, every lie. And when the last page turned to ash, I said quietly, "Now you can remember her without me." I left that night and I never looked back. Weeks later, I got an envelope in the mail, no return address. Inside was a single piece of paper, burned around the edges. One line of handwriting, "You'll always be the one I write about." There was no signature, just the smell of smoke. And the reminder that even after the fire, some ghosts never stop writing. Follow us, leave your like, and comment.